Hi there. Welcome to another Doodle series. It's Q1 episode 4. We've got 9 more to go this quarter. And today we are exploring the lesson, a God who hears and delivers. Let's get into it. In a small, dimly lit room, Amanda sat alone, her thoughts echoing in the silence. Hey Lord, it's me again. Can you hear me? Am I getting through tonight? She whispered, feeling the weight of her questions. The room seemed to hold the secrets of her thoughts, and she longed for someone to bring solace to her restless soul. As she navigated the labyrinth of her thoughts, all she could mumble was, if only I could just see him and just talk to him. Have you ever sat there pondering these questions? And let's be real, who hasn't? Well, welcome to the universal journey of humanity. You're not alone in wrestling with these thoughts and questions. And guess what? This week, we will be attempting to address some of these questions from the perspective of the psalmist. Let's get started. So let's start by zooming in on two cool things about God and his nature as articulated by the psalmist that might address these questions. First is the nearness of God, and second is the nowness of God. I'm curious, have you ever read the 139th chapter of Psalms? Boy, you should. Just a quick preview. The verse 1 says, "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me." Verse 2, "You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, knew it completely. You hem me behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me." Then my favorite part, verse 16, and it reads, "I am not a coincidence. You are not just beginning to think of me. All the days ordained for me were already written in your book before one of them came to be." Man, talk about the details. It's like a backstage pass to understanding how God is always right there, always been. It's more like having a VIP friend who never misses any event. Whether you're passing, you're feeling, you're celebrating, or you're not, whether it's your birthday or a day your heart chooses not to cooperate with you. God's closeness is not just about being a good buddy. It's like having someone who truly vibes with your emotions, whether you are riding the joy wave or stuck in a rough patch. And the point to remember here is that God's superpower is sweeping in to help exactly where and when we need him to. 247. Now, if you do not remember anything else, wrap your head around this fact that God knows us better than we could ever know ourselves. And that's why we can trust that he not only gets things done, but he nails it every time, even if it takes time. So why should we care about this closeness stuff again? Well, the Bible spills the beans a little bit. It says God is near now. It's not a past tense, it's a present continuous. It's not like he has not been there before. It's just that we may have been too busy to notice. And why is that important? It's like answering Amanda's question in a way. Well, to tap into this divine vibe right now, Psalms 121 suggests a peekaboo with God. In other words, lift your eyes and lock eyes with him. Seek him honestly. Psalms 31 and 91 advises we take a breather from our drama and seek refuge in God. And here is the crux of the matter. To enjoy God's presence, make worship a regular, not a variable, in your equation daily. For the Lord inhabits the praise of his people. Now, imagine worship as sending a love note to God in heaven. And here's the cool part: love has its own kind of gravity. When you send it up, it comes back down from God, loaded with power, blessings, encouragement, the list goes on. Maybe that's why someone's always trying to throw a wrench in your worship plans. Have you noticed? He does not really mind you getting busy, but definitely not worship, personal or corporate. Something would always pop to distract. Sometimes it's that chatty friend in church or those social media alerts that pop during personal worship. I'm just saying, give it a thought. What to remember: 1. Our cosmic BFF is close 247, and we can tap into his power to navigate through our experiences with a little worship time here and there, personal and corporate. Those sweet psalms, prayers in psalms, they're like our hotline templates to send our love up so that God's love power can shower down today. So step away from the drama of life. There is someone keeping an eye on you 247, ready to reach out and make sure you are doing okay. He's eager to hear from you. So why don't you just send up a little prayer right now? And maybe throw a psalm for good measure. And with that, your Super School Doodle team is signing off with a sprinkle of light and love. Cheers.